This video was made in collaboration with the Central Puget Sound Youth Transportation Alliance. CSYTA is a youth-led advocacy organization that's looking to reshape transit in the Central Puget Sound region, advocating for transit that better fits the needs for students as well as the general public. Click on the link in the description below to find out more or go to csyta.org. Thank you for supporting a youth-led, community-based organization.
Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered what's the fastest way to get around cities? On paper, driving should be faster. However, when you count in traffic and every other thing that happens in a city, could walking or transit actually beat driving? Let's find out in today's video.
Bellevue Downtown Park is here, and the library is here, about 7/10 of a mile or 1.2 kilometers away as the crow flies. On paper, driving should be faster, but real cities aren't paper. Well, except this one, I guess. We'll be taking an Uber from Bellevue Downtown Park to Bellevue Library with some short walks between the parking lots. Then, a ride on Circuit back to Bellevue Downtown Park. Lastly, we'll take the Sound Transit 550 Express to get to the library.
So right now I am starting at the Bellevue Public Library and I will be walking to Bellevue Downtown Park. Map says it will take approximately 18 minutes, so let's get started.
When you're walking in a city, you really get to explore and see every detail. For example, did you ever notice that these bike lanes also have green paint at intersections? When you're driving a car or therefore riding on the bus, you hardly notice these things as you just pass it. However, when you're walking, you can actually get to know your city. As we approach Bellevue Transit Center, we're able to take the pedestrian-only path, which connects Bellevue Square and Bellevue Transit Center. A slight disadvantage of walking, especially in Bellevue, is the big stroads. Stroads are essentially street road hybrids that tries to be a street with destinations and a road that carries through traffic. This means that you have to wait a long time before you're able to cross.
Okay, now I'm at Bellevue Downtown Park. The whole trip took 17 minutes and 23 seconds. Now I'm choosing these trees as a center point for my to and from in order to make sure that cars don't get an automatic advantage. So now I'm going to start another timer and we'll be taking an Uber back to Bellevue Public Library. Okay, now for the Uber ride. Uber will pick you up on Northeast 1st Street, so I have to head there before boarding the Uber. And Uber X is scheduled to arrive in 2 minutes. Let's go.
The Uber came almost instantly. As soon as I booked it, it was 2 minutes out and I had to rush down to the parking lot to meet it right on time. On this ride, the driver took the back roads near 100th Avenue. Definitely not as scenic as the Grand Connection we took when walking. However, this is the way to avoid traffic when you're in a car.
So now I have arrived at the Bellevue Public Library. The whole trip took about 11 minutes and costed me about $9. Now, I'm going to call a electric shuttle called Circuit. This is not unique to Bellevue, though I haven't seen it in many other cities. It is a free rideshare program with electric, I call golf carts, running around the city. And looks like it says service is normal. So we'll get picked up and we'll head back to the park. Okay, I have requested a Circuit and the driver has to make one more stop before coming to pick me up. The estimated arrival is 4 minutes.
Unlike the Uber, this Circuit driver took 4 minutes to arrive. When it did come, I had to walk down to the parking lot because the driver wasn't at the front. Here we go. A benefit of CSYTA is that all of their cars are electric. However, you could book an Uber Green for the same price as an Uber X like I did. Unlike Uber, CSYTA went straight into the city center. However, we had to stop, detouring to drop off another passenger along the way. And here we are. Please keep in mind, all rideshare, including Uber and CSYTA, will drop you off at the parking lot, so you'll have to walk over to the park.
So, I have now arrived back at Bellevue Downtown Park. Now, the total travel time for this trip is 9 minutes. I have now arrived at Bellevue Downtown Park. The total travel time was 18 minutes because we had to stop and drop somebody off first. Now, I'm going to take a bus back to the Bellevue Public Library. Now, according to the transit app, the 550 to Bellevue is coming in 2 minutes. Can we make it? Let's run.
We are now approaching the intersection we were at before. This time, we will be taking the bus, the Sound Transit 550 Express. I can already see it coming, so let's hope we catch it. Alright, we should be good. Alright, here it comes. The 550 runs every 10 to 15 minutes, although sometimes this frequency can be affected by bunching. Unfortunately, other than at Bellevue Transit Center, buses in Bellevue do not have much transit signal priority. This means that buses generally get stuck in the same traffic as cars, except for when they have queue jumps in bus lanes. Though please keep in mind, the 550 drops you off straight at the front of Bellevue Library. No parking lot walks required.
Okay, I have now arrived at Bellevue Public Library. The total time was 13 and a half minutes. So there you have it, all 4 major modes.
Now let's compare these 4 modes and see which one is right for you.